Okay, should we start?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Hey guys, today we've got Jacqui.
Hi.
How are you doing today, Jacqui?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna do a mock test today. How are you feeling?
Bit nervous.
Yeah. So we've gone for a little drive around Mill Hill. Do you remember what the things we said for you to kind of keep an eye on?
Yeah.
What were they?
Positioning.
Yeah. Not just your speed, but like your approach
Yeah.
speed to certain things, your approach speed to junctions, and also your positioning when you're turning and stuff. So keep an eye on that, okay? So should we kind of get started with the mock? All right, so the test is going to last approximately 38 to 40 minutes. We're going to be driving on various roads. At all times, I'd like you to follow the road ahead unless signs tell you otherwise. We do about 20 minutes of independent driving. We'll also do one reverse maneuver. If at any point during the test you're not sure what we're doing, just ask, and if I can help you, I will. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. What time is it? It's 11:22. All right. When you're ready, let's drive on, please. All right, guys, I'm going to talk you through some of the things that we're going through the test here for Jacqui. I will just describe some of the faults that she's making so you guys know exactly what's going on. So we're just outside Mill Hill Test Centre. The test centre is just behind us there, but we're not allowed in there, so we just started on the road. Sometimes they do start here as well. If you're doing a test, especially on a Saturday, they'll start the test on the road just here, and they can go either straight down, which is what we're going to do, or they'll turn right. So Jacqui started off nicely. We're going into a 20 zone pretty much straight away. I think she spotted that, so she wasn't going too fast at this stage, which is why you can kind of see a little smile on my face because she's doing quite well. Just taking it easy going through these tight spots here. So here, this is where I started thinking she should go a little bit slower because there's a lot more going on. It's getting narrow. We've got cars parked on both sides, and we've got vehicles coming from the other side as well. So far not a big problem. But then here you see this bus coming through. She's not slowed down. I've actually had to brake here a little bit. Getting a bit close to that car there, yeah. She's got close to the car on the left as well. So that was a serious for meeting because you could have slowed down for that bus, and also serious for getting way too close to the left. So just remember, if you're seeing a bus coming through, you want to start slowing down a bit because it's gonna, take up a lot of space. Going through another type of
the traffic lights are going straight, please.
We're going straight at the traffic lights. So you notice that she's pressing the clutch pretty much straight away. This was like an ongoing thing throughout the test, so just keep an eye on that. So right now she's in gear 2 and stopping pretty smoothly actually. So normally by now you should be going into gear 1, but you notice she's left it in gear 2 and then she tried to move off again in gear 2, which has caused the stall. And the car's still rolling, so you can't really restart the car when it's rolling like this. She's tried to restart, it's not starting.
So the car's not on, you need to restart it, yeah?
So I've had to remind her that it's not actually on.
So you're in the wrong gear as well.
And that she's in the wrong gear. And by then 2 cars have gone past, have overtaken because, she wasn't moving, she wasn't sorting it out quickly enough. So she's got a serious there for gears. Going past Burnt Oak Library on the right there, it's going up slowly up this hill. This bit can be really tight as well, especially if there's a bigger bit coming through, so you've got to be very, very careful. Going up to gear 2. approaching pedestrian crossing up ahead. Light's going to red. Let's see, he's went straight for the clutch. She could have braked a bit first, and then coming to that stop. Quite a harsh brake. Remember, we're still in gear 2 at this stage, and we are on a hill, so not the best place to be moving off in gear 2, which is what she's tried to do.
In the wrong gear again.
That's a reminder that she's once again on the wrong gear. Nearly stalled again there, moved up the clutch way too fast.
Traffic lights, let's turn right please.
So it's a bit jerky there because she's coming off the clutch too fast once she's pressed it down. So there's a car in the way, and then she's
Try bringing the clutch up smoother. Okay.
brought the clutch up really fast again, making it really jerky. So notice how long she's got the clutch down for. This is definitely something she wants to practice to get right.
At the traffic lights, turn left please.
And when you press your clutch down too much like that, you won't notice that you need to change gears, because it will just feel really smooth everywhere you go, so you're more likely to forget that you need to be changing into gear 1. So something for you to think about.
When it's safe, can you show me how to open and close your window, please?
So here we're doing a show me question. Just asked her to open and close the window. Not sure if she's done this before in the lessons, because she's getting a bit confused here, because she started slowing down for no reason here. Slowing down quite a bit, so she's got a minor for speed here. And again, she's got her foot down on the clutch for no reason. Yeah, eventually she managed to do it.
Thank you. Pull over on the left in a safe place, please.
So pulling over, she checked her mirrors nicely, signalled, and gone towards the left. Chose a good place to stop. Stopped pretty nicely actually, that was good.
Thank you. We're going to start the independent driving now, okay? So it's quite a long one. We're going to get to a roundabout. We're going to turn right, 4th exit. Yeah. And then we're going to drive down the road quite a long way. And then we're going to get to a set of traffic lights. We're going to turn right. Okay, then I'll give you the rest after, yeah? So what are we doing?
We'll get to the roundabout,
Mhm.
4th exit,
Mhm.
a long drive, traffic lights, then right.
Correct. If you're not sure, you can ask on this one, okay?
Okay.
But ask in plenty of time. Don't ask on the junction or as you get to it. Ask before, then I can help you, okay? When you're ready, please. Okay, so we're starting the independent driving now. So looking around nicely. Putting on the right signal. and then moving off. She could have done one more check over her shoulder just before moving off there. So remember, the right signal is on right now. If you listen, you can hear it clicking away. We've gone past that road with it on. We've gone past another road with the right signal still on. So you got to a stage where I had to intervene because he was leaving on for too long, and I turned it off there. So it's got a serious fault for signals. Coming up to see these floor markings on the floor there, look what they're telling her to do. No, you need to go on that side there. But she's tried to go through the bus lane there. And going through here quite fast. And the steering was a bit offside to help her out so she doesn't hit the sides. So she's got a serious for the road signs there and also for steering, going through the width restriction there. Now the situation was a bit weird. She could have gone through there. Those guys were waiting for her. Maybe she thought the car was taken out a bit too far, but she could have gone through, but she's waited anyway. And then now she's tried to move off in gear 2, causing the car to stall. So I had to put it into gear 1 for her. And I had to brake as well so she can restart. Remember, it's not going to restart with it rolling. It needs to be completely still, so I had to say thanks to those guys for being patient, and then move off. It's got another series 4 gears there. Do you remember where we're going here?
Right, 4th exit.
Correct. So yeah, remember we're going right 4th exit, that's the target. So with roundabouts, you want to be looking early where your exit is. And she's got no signal on right now, because she should be signaling towards the right if you're going to be going to the right 4th exit. She went at a good time, positioned quite well for the right 4th exit. Still going past the second one. Then she signalled left. Now this is the third one, which has gone off the 3rd exit, which is not a terrible mistake to make, but okay, this was the 3rd exit, but don't worry, I'll redirect you, okay? If you do that, the examiner will redirect you, but you want to make sure you're not making any driving mistakes as you're doing that. So she moved a bit quick there. Those cars, that car in front was indicating to turn left, and then she stalled. She was still in gear 1, but she managed to sort it out by herself and move off, so she got a minor for moving off there. Pull over on the left in a safe place, please. A little bit harsh on the brakes. Okay, drive on please when you're ready. But nothing to cause her to get a fault. You can get faults with harsh braking, especially if it affects other people around you or someone behind you, so be careful not to brake too harshly if you don't need to. At the next roundabout, turn left please. So here just turning left 1st exit. Went at a good time. And then again straight away with the clutch straight down, and then bringing it right up again. Bring it up smoothly. Yeah. So try to remind her to bring it up smoothly. Turning left at the end here, please. So if it was a lesson, I probably would have pulled her over and talked about it properly so we can actually figure it out. But because it's a mock, I just have to remind her every now and again, just so that it doesn't damage the car.
But I was trying to make it as realistic as possible, which is why I let her carry on.
At this roundabout, we're going to the second exit, yeah?
So we're going back to that roundabout again.
The exit over there with the lights, okay?
So just pointing out exactly where the exit is. So you can't see, but it's quite busy on the right there. And somebody's beeped behind us, but she's done really well to stay calm because it's too busy there. You can't move until it's clear. Then once she saw an opening, she took it, which was very good. Could have signal left to come off, but she didn't. So it was a minor there. So notice the speed limit there is 40 miles an hour, and notice where she is as well. She's in the right lane for now, which is okay because there's a lorry on the left. But once she goes past the lorry, she should start making her way towards the left. But she's doing right now about 28 miles an hour, maybe even 27 last time I checked. So now she should be over to the left, but there's a car right behind her.
To the left lane, please.
So I've asked her to move over to the left, and it's safe, which she does nicely. But by then she's already got a serious fault for being in the wrong lane for too long. And you see the car that's behind us that is now overtaken, which is what they were trying to do in the first place. And the speed is too low still in the 20s. So I had to give her a serious
The next
speed
lights,
there.
let's turn right, please.
And we're turning right at the next traffic lights.
Turning right at the next lights, yeah? What lane do you think you need to be in if you're turning right?
So she wasn't moving over when the lights were approaching us. So you need to move over to the right nice and early. Once you hear the instruction to turn right, you want to start moving over to the right lane. I've seen people fail for this before, but in the last few tests that I've sat in, the examiners sometimes remind you that you need to be in the right lane. So just be careful. So if you know that you're going to be turning right, just move over to the right when it's safe to do so once you hear that instruction. So again, really early with the clutch. So at this point I was considering giving her a serious fault for this. But she stopped for the bus because a car coming down the road.
Change your gear, please.
Taking up space, and then she's left it in gear 2. She could have gone there, but she didn't. So now the car behind us actually tried to go around her, but she has to go around her and go around the bus as well. So she could have gone a bit earlier. So hesitation, fault there. So if you're next to a bus and then you see that's clear from the other side, start moving, especially if they're still signalling left. Don't keep waiting for them. And you want to be in the correct gear obviously, because that makes it a lot easier for you. Notice her clutch is down again.
You don't need to press the clutch down every time you brake, by the way, yeah?
So this time I gave her a serious fault for the clutch. She kept pressing it down too much, coasting everywhere.
Follow signs for burnt oak, please.
So the sign there is just saying burnt oak is to the right. Position herself nicely. So here she should have waited behind the line so that van moved over. She's lucky that the van moved a bit more forward, because you don't want to be stopping on the pedestrian crossing there. Again, she was in the wrong gear. I had to remind her there because I didn't want her stalling in the middle of the junction there in the wrong gear. That could have been a problem. Turned pretty smoothly, but then if you look here, she's in between two lanes.
quite a while. Which lane are you in? I have to ask you to select a lane. So you don't want to be straddling 2 lanes for no reason. That will be a serious fault. At the next traffic lights, turn left please. So she could have gone into the left a bit earlier because that bus lane was not active at that time there, but it was still okay. She signalled move over to the left nicely, checked her mirrors as well. Moved off pretty smoothly there. And a nice turn. And the next roundabout, turn right. 3rd exit please. So here we're turning right, 3rd exit. She should have put on a signal by now, but she hasn't. Quite hilly here as well. So just highlighted there. She's left the clutch way too high. She's restarted the car, put the handbrake on, and managed to sort it out. So that was a minor for moving off there. But she's got no right signal on, which she should do. So she signals left to come off. So at this point I gave her a serious, because remember she didn't signal right at the other big roundabout, and she also didn't signal left to come off at the other big roundabout as well. And then here, so there was like a theme there, like a problem with the signalling at roundabouts, which is why I gave her a serious. At the traffic lights, turn left please. That time she remembered to go into gear 1, so well done. Going through there nicely. There's a car coming down. Dealt with that nicely too, but then there's another car coming. She decided to give them some space to come through. Don't try to move off in gear 2 please, you're in the wrong gear. Again, in the wrong gear. And she's off. So here we're heading back to the test centre. Okay, when it's safe to do so, pull up on the right hand side please. But sometimes they'll get you to pull over here to do, on the right, to do the right reverse. Even if you're doing your test in Hendon as well, they sometimes do them here. So she's done this pretty nicely. That was really good. Thank you. When you're ready, can you reverse back 3 car lengths please, keeping reasonably close to the pavement, yeah? Do you understand what you got to do?
Yeah.
When you're ready please.
So that one?
Mm-hmm. You didn't really do look looking around there. Stop for these cars please.
Okay.
And those cars are going past. She should really stop for them as they're going past, but she's not doing that. You're supposed to be looking over your shoulders at this point as well. Another car going past without her noticing or stopping for it. When you're ready, drive on, please. She's done really well. They check again before she's moved off. Should have done another left shoulder check actually just before she moved, because there's another.
Pull over on the left in a safe place, please.
There's a bit of time there before her last check and actually moving off. And that's it. Then this is the bit where we talk about the test.
Okay. Switch the engine off, please. Okay, that's the end of the test. Just give me a few minutes or a few seconds just to add these up, yeah? You can relax now. Okay, how do you feel that went?
Bad.
Which bits?
You had to grab the wheel twice. I missed the turn on the roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cars that were parked up, and I kept forgetting to go into first gear a lot of the time. I was trying to go off in second gear still.
Yeah, which is causing you a lot of issues.
And I stalled, I think, 2 or 3 times or more.
Quite a few times, yeah. So I'll tell you what the serious faults were, yeah?
Yeah.
I could only mark down 1, but in total you got about 16 serious faults. Yeah. Some of them for the same thing, like the gear, for instance. And then also for stalling quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
2 of them for undue hesitation. So the undue hesitation, this is for, you know,
Bus?
yeah, one of the bus, you could have gone around him. The guy behind you had to beat him and go around you.
Yeah.
There was another time, there was a car waiting to come out and the car waited to turn in. You've approached them, but you stopped. You didn't need to stop there, you could have carried on.
Yeah.
And then you stalled and you tried to move off again there. Yeah. So that caused you a lot of problems stopping for those people when you didn't need to.
Yeah.
You got another one for speed. So this is, you've come off the roundabout and we're kind of on that dual carriageway sort of looking place, yeah? Do you remember what the speed limit on there was?
40.
How fast were you going?
20.
Like 29, yeah? 28, 29, between that sort of thing there. Not fast enough. And what lane were you in as well?
Right.
And what lane should you be in?
Left.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you to move over, didn't I? Because there was a car behind us. I don't know if you remember. They were about to undertake you, but then you've gone into the left and then they've gone round you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, you should be in the left lane and you should be doing the correct speed, which is around 40 miles an hour, but you're doing much less than that, yeah?
That was my first time
On that sort of road?
Yeah, dual carriageway.
Okay.
So,
You need to be on a 2-lane road, you need to be in, or multiple lane road, you need to be in the left unless there's a good reason for you not to be in the left lane, yeah? What are the other lanes for, like the right lane?
overtaking.
Yeah. Meeting situation, this is just right at the beginning there was a big bus coming down the road. Remember, I had to brake a little bit because you're going so fast that you had to squeeze towards the left there. And you remember I said to you getting too close to this car at the beginning. It's because you weren't slowing down enough for that bus coming through. There's enough space for that, yeah? There wasn't enough space, so that's meeting situation. Steering. So we're going through like a width restriction, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I had to grab the wheel to move you to that side in the first place because where you're about to go was only for buses.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that bit?
Yeah.
So there's a floor marking telling you to position yourself towards the right. I don't know if you saw that. And then there's a bus lane sign on the floor and a sign saying buses only on the pole. But I think you missed those, and then you were about to go into there and I had to kind of help you steer through there. You're going there too fast in there as well. Remember, if it's a width restriction, what gear really should you be in?
Gear 1.
Yeah, you have to go really slowly in there, yeah? So that was for the steering. Gears you already discussed because you kept leaving in 2 when you're trying to move off, yeah? And then because you stalled quite a lot as well. Sometimes even in one you stalled as well. You're trying to move off, which caused you issues. You've done that a few times, so that's that one. Road markings already just discussed where those are signs telling you to go there, and the bus lane sign as well. Clearance, that's when you're getting too close to vehicles on the left. Position normal driving, that's that lane. And then lane discipline, so we know we've turned right at some traffic lights, and I say to you, what lane are you using? Do you remember? Yeah, because you're using 2 lanes, you need to be on one or the other. You can't be straddling both lanes, it's a bit unfair, yeah? So use 1 lane, so that one's for lane discipline. And then just now, when cars are going past you that close like that, when you're reversing, you need to stop for them there, yeah? You shouldn't carry on reversing. Okay. Clutch. You're bringing down, I think you need to do quite a bit of work on your clutch because you're using it in the wrong places. So like when you're slowing down a bit, when you see anything in your way, straight away you're pressing the clutch down and then you're yanking it back up again, then down again. One, you don't need to press it that much. And 2, when you bring it up again, don't bring it up so aggressively, bring it up smoothly. Remember the clutch, it's very delicate when you're going up, yeah, you need to bring it up smoothly. Okay? Onto the minors now. So the foot brake, you're a bit harsh a few times on that. Signals on roundabouts, you need to do a bit of work on signalling at roundabouts, because when you're turning right on some points, you weren't signalling right, you're just going round and then coming off. Yeah. So going off at a wrong exit is not necessarily a serious fault. So I know you thought that was a serious fault, but it wasn't, because it wasn't dangerous the way you done it. Yeah. But it's much better to actually have a vision of where you're going before you get onto the roundabout. So don't go onto it and then start deciding, oh yeah, it's that exit. Have an idea already before you get onto it. Okay. Mirrors change direction. Sometimes you're not checking your mirrors before you go to a certain, like if you're going left, you're not checking your mirror left mirror before you go left. Just like now when you pulled over, you didn't check your mirrors before you signalled, and you didn't check your mirrors to pull over. There could have been what could have been there, do you think?
A person.
A bike, car, motorcyclist, anything like that, yeah? So make sure you're checking before you move. Yeah, nearly forgot about this one. This one, remember I had to cancel your signal for you? Yeah. So you can't leave. Why do you think it's not safe to leave on your signal for that long?
Because it can cause confusion to drivers behind.
Exactly. All around, people around you can get confused. Not just drivers, even pedestrians, yeah? If they think you're turning, let's say there's a road here, yeah? Where that bin is. There's a person where that white car is waiting to cross. They've seen your red signal on. What are they going to do?
Cross.
Why?
Because I'm saying I'm getting.
Yeah, they'll think you're turning. Then they'll walk in front of your car and you think, what the hell are you doing? But it's because you told them you're turning, yeah? So you just have to be aware of what the car's doing all the time. Are you signalling? Where you positioned? What are you telling other people around you? All that kind of stuff, okay? So, not a bad effort, but you do have quite a bit of work to do. I can send you a copy of this, just so you can, I don't know, talk to your instructor about the things that you need to work on. But definitely the clutch. Also, speed. Braking when you and judgment when it comes to how big the road is when there's other vehicles coming towards you. Yeah, and definitely not remembering to go back into one. Okay. Work a lot on your clutch, like bringing it up smoothly and moving off smoothly as well. Okay. So well done for trying. But like I said at the beginning, these are good to show you exactly what you need to work on. Okay. How do you feel?
I felt good.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a bit of problems, but other than that I felt good.
You stuck with it. I've had people give up on the mock test, but you didn't, so well done. You carried on, stuck it out to the end.